integrated sports watch hype simply refuses to die. It turns out good old Jerry Genter was onto a good thing all those years ago. So today we are counting down the top 50 integrated sports watches currently on the market. For the purposes of the video, an integrated sports watch is defined as a watch where the bracelet forms part of the case or is a crucial design element. There are no other rules except no one-to-one clones or copies. Finally, this is just a bit of fun. If you're about to get angry about the choices made here, I suggest you write your lame, witless remarks on a blank piece of paper and deposit them in the nearest trash can. I'm sure they'll find their way to me eventually, but even then, I will be certain not to read a word you write. This is just my opinion. Missed your favourite? Too bad. Disagree? Make your own list. This video is part 1 of 2, so I command you to subscribe if you want to see part 2. Let's get started. Number 50 is the Hublot Big Bang Integrated. No, that's not vomit on your screen. I tried to find one decent looking variant, but I couldn't. They're all dreadful. I'm not a hater, but these are just awful. 49 is the Piaget Polo S. The original Piaget Polo is interesting and unique and instantly recognisable. Rambo wears one in the TV show Tulsa King. The new one is a shameless rip-off of the Nautilus. Piaget defiled its most iconic watch. Terrible. 48 is the new IWC Ingenua, one of the 3 original Gerald Genter designs. IWC has tinkered with the design a bit too much over the years. There have been some real beauties like the Perpetual Calendar Jumbo from the 90s, which looks incredible, but this one is a bastardised version of the original Genter design, and it's too expensive. 47 is the Bremont Supernova. Ugly crown guards, a split date window, and the most pointless complication in the history of watches, the power reserve indicator. Beauty is all about symmetry, and this watch has none. 46 is the Tag Heuer Link. Not even one of the nice Tag Heuers. It looks like something you would buy from the market or on a pub car park. If Tag Heuer actually put some effort into releasing a watch in this style, it would surely be a hit, but this one is rubbish. 45 is the Bell & Ross BR05. They say you can't fit a square peg in a round hole, but you can fit a round dial in a square case. It just doesn't look very good. Also, Emmanuel Macron, the French president, wears a Bell & Ross, which immediately makes it uncool. At 44, it's the Pelton Perseus. People say less is more. I don't always agree with that, but it's definitely the case here. More screws on the bezel does not make for a better watch. In fact, it's really distracting and a little bit horrible. 43 is the Baume & Mercier Riviera. It may have been decent, but the rivets are the worst I've seen on any watch. It's ugly, and there are much better options for the money. Number 42 is the Oleg & Weiss 8001. Take an old watch from your catalogue, ditch everything interesting and cool and replace it with the most dull, uninspiring features you can imagine. Then change the name from the 8000 to the 8001 and you have this. Could have hit a home run, instead it's a swing and a miss. 41 is the Tudor Royal. The Black Bay 58 and Pelagos lines are incredibly popular, but not the Royal. Nothing particularly special about it, and the Roman numerals look a bit rubbish. If Tudor discontinued this watch, I don't think anyone would notice. On the other hand, a modern recreation of the Rolex Oyster Quartz would be a winner. Tudor definitely missing a trick here. 40 is the Zentia Z5 Ultra Thin. A fantastic looking bracelet, but the bezel is a bit too wide and the dial is unusual. A more understated dial would bump this up the list, but as it is, it's bad. 39 is the H. Moser Streamliner. A unique case and bracelet design, and the Fume dial adds another interesting element. Unfortunately, unique doesn't mean good, and I just don't like it. It's also quite pricey. 38 is the Crayon Automatic Diamondback. Nice bracelet, but same old story with the textured dial and rivets on the bezel. Not a fan of the small second dial either. At 37, it's the Rotary Regent, a cross between the Royal Oak and the Nautilus. Maybe worth buying if you have a weird fascination with the Rotary brand, or you can get it used for a ridiculously cheap price, but otherwise it's just mediocre. At 36, it's the D1 Milano. If you asked AI to design an integrated bracelet watch, it would probably come up with the D1 Milano. I get a my first integrated sports watch vibe or build your own integrated sports watch vibe. Nothing new or original. Number 35 is the Herbelon Cap Camera. If the Nautilus and the Ingenua had a baby, it would be this, but I can't see why this one is worth buying over any of the other watches on the list. 34 is the Nun Montre Slim. This Bahraini watch has a unique selling point with the Arabic numerals, but otherwise there isn't much to separate this from the plethora of watches on this list. 33 is the Christopher Ward 12. It looks like a Patek Antarctique, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it just doesn't seem that inspired to me. Decent, but nothing special. Number 32 is the Laurent Ferrier Sport Auto. Laurent Ferrier's version of the Nautilus, but it costs more than your car, and the Grand Sport Edition with a tourbillon costs more than your house, apartment or cardboard box. At 31, it's the A. Lange & Söhne Odysseus. Classic Lange dial design, but with an integrated bracelet. I think they should probably just stick to dress watches though. 30 is the Omega Constellation. The Omega Constellation used to be a collection of beautiful dress watches. Now it's a line of nice but unremarkable sports watches. It's a tremendous shame considering Omega's incredible back catalogue. Number 29 is the Chopard Alpine Eagle. Chopard tried hard to make it different, but the proportions just look a bit off to me. Ugly rivets and ugly Roman numerals, and again a small second dial at the 6 o'clock. Nice dial design though, I will give them that. Number 28 is the Breitling Chronomat. Nice case, nice bezel, and a pretty cool bracelet, but it's just not that exciting. At 27, it's the Glashütte Original Vintage 70s. Nice case shape, but the dial is too busy and cluttered. Also, is the brand just a poor man's Lange? 26 is the Gucci 25H. No, this isn't a joke. There are cheaper quartz versions which have hideous Gucci logos plastered all over them, but also automatic versions with a proprietary micro rotor movement, and those ones look much better. There is certainly potential there, and fashion brands making proper watches can only be a good thing.